Right, moving on to dish number 2. This is my speciality. It's chili cheese and broccoli pasta. Generally speaking, it is reasonably healthy, I've got to say. I mean, broccoli is absolutely amazing for you. I mean, it's obviously one of your greens. I've got mushrooms as well, so it just adds that slightly bit of meat consistency. And we do have a little bit of meat, actually. We've got these. Let me pull these out. They're just kind of defrosting at the moment, but these are chicken Frankfurt sausages. Now, it just gives you that meat fix, actual proper meat fix. But what I'm going to do with these is just chop them up quite finely and then just thinly, well, reasonably thinly actually, and then just fry them in a little bit of oil just so that they've got a bit of crunch to them. So we've got here, that's going to be for the pasta, for the actual white sauce, the white cheese sauce. And now the way that I'm going to make my sauce is, this is another secret ingredient here, hiding away. It's the sweet chili soft cheese. So I'm going to combine these two together, and to add a bit more kick to it, as if there wasn't enough, is I'm going to use these babies. These are going to go in there as well. I'm just going to let them sort of absorb in all the flavors, and it's, you know, the flavor that comes out of these is just spectacular. But I will use this for decoration at the end as well, because look at the color of that. I mean, how amazing is that? All right then, so first things first. This lovely little bit of onion here that's ready to rock. So let's get some olive oil into the wok. So I do suggest using a wok. You've got plenty of space here. You can just, you know, move it around quite comfortably. So there we go. Let's just drizzle some in there. Okay, that's about enough actually. I got a bit excited there with the oil. And then what I'm going to do next is, just once that's quite hot, so maybe move that onto this one, which is quite warm, so that's going to be quite nice and hot now, well, very soon. Then I'm going to add the red onion there, and then mix the sweet corn, and this stuff is the best kind of salt for you, and it's the Himalayan organic salt, and the colour's actually really interesting. Don't know if you can kind of see that here. I'm sure we'll show you at some point. So, oh, that's heating up. I'm going to just throw a little piece of onion in, see if it's hot enough. Oh yes, it's definitely hot in there. Right, okay, there we go. Let's just mix all this. So all we're going to do is just stir fry the vegetables. It's simple as that. I mean, with the broccoli, I'm going to fry that slightly separately because I don't want it to go too soggy. So the best way to avoid that is just to, in the pan there, just going to put a little bit of oil just so that it, even if it turns a little bit, not black, but a little bit off colour, that's even better. Just makes it so much nicer to taste. All right, there we go, nice. Oh, it's so nice cooking in this. It's such a brilliant size, really it is. Right, just mix it up, just until it's goes a little bit brown. There you go, that's it, give it a good little stir there. So when it goes a little bit brown, then we're going to just add the sweet corn first, because the mushrooms don't take that long to cook, and you don't want to overkill the mushrooms either. But yeah, this is one little recipe that I kind of concocted because I really like sort of experimenting with things, and I'll just throw things together. And obviously a lot of the times it does work, but maybe not, but no, it's all about experimental, and food is fun. So, you know, if you don't try, you're never going to know. There is another pasta dish that I have got, and if at some other point we'll try and make that, and that's got, it's like cooking a curry and then you add the pasta in it. It's quite an interesting taste as well. It's one of my mum's little recipes. But all these recipes I'm going to be showing you are going to be really quick and easy, but very tasty, and even better so, really cheap as well. I mean, all this food that's going to serve about 6 people, it's cost about, let me work out, about maybe about £6.50. It's a bargain, absolute bargain. Okay, and if you've got friends around, it's the ideal thing with pasta. There's not one person that I know that doesn't really like a bit of pasta. And you can always sort of pad it out with a bit of garlic bread if you want on the side and everything. So onions finally getting nice and brown, so you don't want it too dark. So I'm just going to turn the heat down a little bit by just shifting it onto another pan here on the oven. Right, so I think we're ready for the sweet corn. So you can use about 3/4 of the can, I think. So again, the water's been taken out. All this little bits of preparation you have to do, but it'll be worth it, I'm telling you. Right, and then just give it a really good mix. See, it's getting really colourful already, just 2 very strong colours in here, and it looks amazing. And we don't need to add too much in terms of spice or anything. We're just going to keep it very low down with just a bit of salt, and the organic salt, which is going to give it that really nice little kick. Okay, so let's shift it along. Got a bit higher with the heat there. Yeah. That's nice, and I'm just going to add the mushroom straight in there. You know, it seems like a lot of mushroom here, but it's actually not, because once they do all shrivel, so there you go, that goes into the mix. Oh yeah. Sizzling away, baby, sizzling away. Right. There we are. It shouldn't take too long for the mushrooms. Alright, so yeah, so we're just going to very quickly shallow fry the broccoli, just to give it a bit of crunch as well, because there's nothing worse than soggy broccoli. And it is quite an acquired taste. I don't understand why people don't like this. It's such an amazing vegetable and so good for you. Okay, keep mixing this as well, because it's don't want it to burn or anything like that. Okay, so there we go with the olive oil. Let's give it a little drizzle everywhere. That's enough. Doesn't need to be too much. Swivel it around a little bit. God, all this food is actually making me hungry now, so I'm looking forward to it. See what the verdict is, see if everybody likes it. Getting done nicely. I think I'm going to do a little swap. Stick this at the back. Okay then, so these are all nice sort of evenly cut sliced as well. It's just, when you see the pasta you'll know what I mean, because everything is kind of evenly cut, and then when you take that little taste, you want a bit of everything in your mouth. So that's the reason why. You want to taste all the really strong flavours. Right, this is sizzling a little way, which is telling me that it should be ready. So let's do this. Okay, let's put it all in. Whoops, try not to make too much of a mess. I think made quite a bit of a mess earlier, but never mind. Oh, there we are. Okay, we're doing all right so far. Just give that a good old little stir here. Right, so you don't want it to overcook it, but just enough so that it's got a little bit of crunch. Because I mean, even if it is slightly raw, it really doesn't make any difference. In fact, it just tastes just as nice, to be honest. Right, the broccoli is really nicely toasted now, so this is literally going to go in here. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, you can see it all pulling together now really nicely. And all these ingredients really sort of complement each other as well. So it's great. Look at it, it looks really amazing. It looks really, really nice and colourful. Right, so the next part, what we're going to do is get the meat done. So I'm going to flip this over. Just give that a little wash. Okay, turn it around. There we go. So it's time for these now. These are defrosted, which is fine. I mean, if you've had them in the freezer, what you can do is just take them out of the pack, stick them in the microwave, and just leave it on for about a minute, and that's fine. And then just chop them finely. So let's rip into this. Oh yeah, there we are. Yeah, these are perfect now. Okay, don't worry about washing that. It doesn't matter. It all adds to the flavour anyway. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is just chop these up nice and finely. Just save time for yourself. Just slice them all at once like this. Okay, just doesn't matter how big they are, how small. I mean, try and keep them not too big, to be honest. They just need to be this reasonable size like that. Just about maybe ½ an inch or something. Okay, just cut these up. That's it. And these don't take long at all. Then all we're going to do is just add all this to the mixture. And then just make the pasta and the white sauce, the cheese white sauce, or chili cheese white sauce more like. And then just, best thing is going to be just mixing everything together all at once. And it's all done, ready to eat and serve. So almost there then. So we're going to add a bit of oil. Okay. Yeah. It's quite greasy, isn't it? All this, no, olive oil's healthy anyway. Yeah, we're allowed a treat now and again, you know. Can't be good all the way. Right, okay. So let's see, this should almost be ready. So I'm quite full on. Just test it out. Oh, it's sizzling away, yeah. So I'm just gonna put this in. Ooh. You feel the little spurts of oil. There we are. All in there, almost. Yeah, nice. Okay, give it a good little stir. As this is such a good sized pan, it won't take long to get done at all. Yeah, so again, with these, just toast them, not too full on, just so that they lose that little bit of pink colour. There you go, like here, it's just slightly toasted really. Again, you don't want it just too soft. So it's like it looks like a stir fry, and that's basically the way to treat it. And it's just, you know, when you see that white sauce going into it with the pasta, oh my god, it's amazing. Oh, it's so good. You could just nice to have a little lick of the sauce as well. That's a bit naughty, but it's good. It's really good stuff. And people will definitely not go hungry with this dish, that's for sure. Right then, the meat looks like it's done. Not overly cooked, but a nice bit of colour on there. So, as I said in Liverpool, we're going to stick it in. So, there we go. All goes in there. Let's mix this up. Oh, nice. Really good mix.